the fact that the creative industry has skyrocketed over the last 2 years. So if you are a creative that's struggling to harness your talent, this presentation is for you. Please listen to our career and confidence coach, Miss Anjell Bryan, as she shares a 21st century approach to addressing imposter syndrome. Stay tuned.
Trust your talent, a 21st century approach to addressing imposter syndrome. Now, what is imposter syndrome, you may think? It's a persistent and pervasive feeling of inadequacy, incompetence, or even fraudulence, with or without evidence of your success. It's self-doubt that seems to never leave. Am I good enough? Am I really who I say I am? It is also where you find this feeling of seeking validation from others who may be in higher positions than you are, or others whose opinion you truly value. Because without their feelings of validation toward you, you feel as though perhaps you aren't valued, you aren't capable, you are not a success. So today we will look at some ways of addressing imposter syndrome. And one of them is set realistic expectations for yourself. Now, I know we all have big dreams, but it's important that you give yourself grace to get to those goals. So set goals that you know that you are able to achieve in the timelines that it's possible for you to achieve them. Otherwise, setting lofty goals and failing to achieve them in an unrealistic time may cause you to feel inadequate and incompetent. So the first step is to set realistic goals. The second one, stop comparing yourself to other people. We're all in our own lane. We're all running our own race, and this is a personal, unique, individual journey of life. So others may be doing things that you may want to do. Stop comparing yourself, because you're just at different points in life, and your day of success will come. Because someone has achieved something that you have not yet achieved does not mean that you are not good. It doesn't mean that you do not have the potential for success. It does not mean that you do not have greatness lying inside of you. Instead, spend the time to focus on you. What do you need to go there? What new skills do you need to acquire? And eventually, step by step, you will be on your way. Thirdly, use social media responsibly. Now, many of us see the flights, not the feelings. We see the cars, we see the outfits, and we automatically think that we are not there. We automatically believe that these people are better than us. And guess what? That is not true. That is a snapshot, a moment in life, a moment in time that we can't even validate, right? So for yourself, take time to curate a page with persons who inspire you, persons who motivate you, persons who challenge you to be better, and not persons who cause you to feel jealous or less about yourself. Another thing that you can do to address imposter syndrome is to talk about it. Find somebody who you can confide in, somebody who loves you, somebody who means the best for you, and share with them these feelings. Because sometimes we need somebody to tell us, say, girl, guy, you are going good. So it's so important to have that one person who can validate you, who can reassure you, who can point back to your successes. Another thing is to journal, because it's so easy for us to forget our strengths. It's so easy for us to forget our victories, especially when we're having a low moment. So take some time. I always say, write down 50 things that were successes in your life. Even if it's from primary school, write them down, and it helps to validate and reassure you and remind you that, hey, I've done some great things. I've stood on some great platforms, and it only means that I can continue to do that at different points in my life. Another thing you can do to address imposter syndrome is to practice acknowledging failure in a positive and healthy way. So let's say you did something that did not turn out the way you wanted it to. Remember, the perspective is That activity, that attempt failed, but I am not a failure. The thing I tried to do, it failed this time around, but I am not a failure. And what you do is look at the experience and take the lessons that can help you to execute better the next time around. So that is so important that we take those lessons from things that perhaps didn't go the way we wanted them to and be better. Arm ourselves with that as we move forward. The next thing is practice positive self-talk. Now in Jamaica, we have a way to say, my salt, not go on for me. Me no know. But I just want to say that positive self-talk reaffirms you. So, today is not a good day, but I am going to do well regardless. I am strong. I am able to talk my way out of situations. I am a good critical thinker, so I'm going to use those skills today. I'm creative. And the more you speak positive things to yourself, the better you will feel going into a situation. So I always say, if you have a big day, if you have an interview, stand before the mirror and say all the great things you can say to yourself and step out with that. The other thing is not to seek validation or a measure of success externally. Find out what success means to you and live from that. Run your race from what success means to you. Because many people may see you and think, I thought she would have been further. I thought he would have been doing something else. But at the end of the day, if you are happy, if you feel successful, if you feel fulfilled doing what you are doing, that is all that matters. And the other thing I'd say is, remember, nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone has a low moment. Everyone overcomes obstacles, challenges, hurdles. And perhaps this is just one of them on your journey. And this one hurdle cannot define who you are. So yes, today you fall flat on your face. But does that mean that you are somebody who is determined for failure, who is destined to fail? No. It's just one hurdle, one moment in time that you will use to propel you, to fuel you, to move forward. So, thank you for hanging with me today. And as we look at imposter syndrome, I have one thought that if you remember nothing from this video, you will remember this. The attempt failed. The moment failed. But I'm not a failure. I'm a big deal.